Guys, welcome back to my craft desk. So I went back to the charity shop, so I guess you could call this charity shop haul part 2. After finding all of those really cool wallpapers and wrapping papers last time, I couldn't leave them, so I power marched to the charity shop and got some more. So the first one I've got is this roll of very 90s boy band city printed ones, like loads and loads of sheets. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I couldn't leave them on the shelf. They're very sort of like Backstreet Boys, Husky Man, lots of sheets of it. I'll come up with an idea. So that's the first one. The next ones that I got were some more Christmas ones. These are older vintage Christmas paper. It's that texture again, but I quite like the yellow poinsettia. I definitely will use this to make Christmas albums with, Christmas projects with, even just wrap Christmas gifts in. So I thought that was really cute. I don't do Christmas, but somebody that doesn't do Christmas have a lot of Christmas paper. Then the next rolls that I've got are these. So this intrigued me because I could see this part and I could see this part. So I was like, oh, they're not all the same. And I was right in being intrigued. So the first sheet I've got, again, very 90s, 80s, 90s. This time puppy dogs. Last time I got cats, and I've already made that into a piece of art for a friend of mine. And these are dogs, but this is what excited me. Look at this. This is a vintage floral. And it's, again, that smoother texture paper. And there's lots of sheets of that. So I'm excited to work with that. I'm glad that I looked at the edge of the rolls because I was a bit unsure. And knowing last time I had them, they were mixed. I was like, ooh. And it was that floral that caught my eye. And then, last but not least, and this probably will be the last time I go and get paper from there, is this one. Oh, whack the camera. And again, very 90s, floral, reminds me of being a child. And if nothing else, I've got wrapping paper to last me forever. So there's those. When I was there were also some material samples and material fabric, which I didn't see last time I went. So I had a bit of a rummage through. And found, oh no, I lie. I found another roll of paper, another vintage Christmas. Again, poinsettia, quite traditional. That is definitely the last one. So as I was saying, fabric. Had a look at some fabric, and I saw this, and I was like, I've got to take it. So the first set is this. It's a lovely rainbow leopard print cotton. What I will use it for, I don't know, but I really love it. So that was this one. And then the other one I got, I couldn't leave. It's cats. I'm a crazy cat lady. Again, it's a nice, like, heavyweight cotton. There's lots of it, and for the price I paid, I'm not going to whinge. And so I thought, brilliant, that's my little haul. The shop was shutting. As I went to the till, the lady said to me, oh, are you you came in on Friday and bought some stuff for crafting with, didn't you? I said, yeah. She went, you said if you asked about some old books. And she went, I've got some out the back I found if you want them. I was like, yes, please. So she went at the back and came back with this. So I'll show you the old ones first, and I'll show you what else she found for me. So these are old books that hadn't sold, and they were going to go back to the main depot. And they all originally were priced up at like £5 each. And she was like, don't worry about the pricing on them. Just let me know if you want them and what you look for in a book. So I said, oh, well, I like the yellowing pages and the older sort of style. I was telling about the patina on the pages, and I like text, and I like all sorts. And she was like, oh, so this one. I got this one. Then she was like, what about Bibles? What about that? Because that's what you got last time. I said, yep, Bibles. She said, I got this one. Again, It is an old hymnal. I was saying that I like the fact that it's got the red on the edges of the paper. I said, don't worry about damage. She's like, oh, it's a bit damaged. I said, it doesn't matter. I'm going to chop it up. So I was educating her about junk journals. This is, again, 1930 something, 38. So it's got a bit of age to it. And I quite like the cover. It's quite a nice hymnal cover. And then she's like, what about this one? And I was like, oh, it's a bit more modern, but let's have a look. And then I looked at the pictures. I was like, yes, please. So this it doesn't have a date on it, does it? No, it doesn't have a date. But some of the pictures in here are like illustrations. So I thought they would be fun to work with. How to make a door, building a work shed. Like the plans. So there's that one. And then this one I've got to say is probably my favourite out of all of them. She was like, oh, I don't know, but it's an older book and we're going to get rid of it. ABC Pocket Atlas Guide to London. Okay. Phillips Atlases. Let's see if it's got a date on it before I show you. No. Doesn't seem to have a date on it. Look at these maps. Look at these maps. I mean, London probably doesn't look like this anymore. But look at maps. And then the little text as well. I was like, amazing. So there's lots to work with there. And she's like, so you like patterns and you like unusual paper? I went, yeah. She went, well, look at these. They're modern, but they're handwriting paper. And I was like, they'll be quite cute as a little notebook page or a little signature. Or when I'm making my converted children's books into notebooks. She was like, do you know what, love? I'll throw them in for you. So she gave me those. She gave me this pile of books. So 1, 2, 3, 4 books that were going to go back to the wholesaler, plus these two for £2. I was like, I'm coming back to you. And she's like, wow, if I know, then but she's like, you'll have to show me what you make with them. So she was really fun. So that was my little charity shop haul. I think I've now got enough old books and book pages to keep me going for a while, but I love it. So always check out your charity shops and always be nice to the people. I'll see you all soon. Bye.